You guys kind of already taught yourself all this. Now it's time to just really get it down and make sense of it, okay? My people that are in person, we shouldn't have computers out right now. Just have out your notes. All right, so I'm actually going to start on the horizontal line. It gives us rules, but what did we discover by ourselves in Desmos? All the horizontal lines were y equals, right? So what does y equal on this line here? -1. And the way I want you to think about this is, no matter where you're at on this line forever, the thing you know is that y is -1. The most common wrong answer here is x equals -1. But guys, x only equals -1 right there, just that one spot. Are you guys seeing that? How you can kind of check your answer with understanding there? It can't be x equals -1 because x only equals -1 at that one spot, -1, -1. Where does y equal -1? Everywhere. That's the check. That's how you make sure you got it right. So, looking at the vertical lines over here. Okay, on this line, what's true everywhere? X equals 3. It's true everywhere on that whole line forever. It doesn't even matter what y is. What is x? 3. Y is like everything. There's all the y's, right? Joe. So just because we did enough decimals, I want you guys to try the examples 1, 2, and 3 there. I want you to write the equation. Do it in pencil lightly in case we need to make an adjustment, right? If you're not 100% confident, get it wrong, okay? Now, don't get it wrong. Just be like, x is 372. Like, that's not a good wrong, right? Because you know it's not 372. Best attempt wrong is what we're looking for. So, who would like to go out on a limb and give me an idea of what they think number 1 is? Will?
X is equal to -2.
Okay, let's test it out. For this to be true, no matter where I'm at, x has to equal -2. So let's test it out. X is -2, x is -2, x is -2. Okay, x is always -2. Check. Again, I get why it can be confusing because it's a vertical line, and the vertical axis is y. So do that little check. Mikey, you want to do number 2? What are you thinking? Y equals 3. Let's check it. Here's where y is 3. Is it 3 everywhere, no matter where I'm at on y?
Yes, it is.
Check. Okay. And number 3, Drew, you up. What are we thinking for number 3? The line's down here. Negative what? -5. Everywhere on that line forever, does y equal -5?
Yes.
Cash money.
Yes.
Okay. 4. Emma, what are you thinking for number 4? X. Well, let's test it out. No matter where I'm on this line, does x equal 4?
Yes.
Sweet. Number 5, Lily.
Y equals 0.
Let's test it out. So, everywhere on this line, does y equal 0?
Yes.
I didn't even see the one.
All real numbers?
What is
Y equals X.
Y equals x. Let's test it out.
Or X equals 0.
Or x equals... Which one are we going with? Y equals x or x equals 0? Which one are we going with?
X equals 0.
Okay, let's test it out. No matter where I'm at on this line, does x equal 0?
That's the only one I didn't do.
There we go. Everywhere on that line, x equals 0. All right, one more I'm looking for. Dylan. Let's check it out. Everywhere on this line, does y equal 2? All right. All right, so looking at number 7, let me tell you my process I like to do here. I go to where y equals 5. On a graph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like to just put a dot there. And then I know this line right here, forever, y has to equal 5. So I still make a dot. But keep in mind, how many dots are on this graph?
Infinite.
All of them.
Infinite.
When you put a dot on a solid continuous line like there, it's just a reference point. Okay? Number 8, x equals -1. Someone tell me what to do. Who likes to be bossy? Okay, Tin.
Ooh, me.
Okay, so you go and it's gonna be like the undefined kind of.
So vertical line, okay. Where's a reference
It's
point?
gonna be it's like kind of like middle and then you just go 1.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to go to the x-intercept of -1. We could use some language to give me, and it doesn't have to be there, right? I could put a dot anywhere where x is -1, but I usually do the intercepts just because it's like a nice point on the graph. And it has to be vertical because everywhere on my graph, I need an x value of -1. Uh-oh. My screen's glitching. We're back. We're back. Okay. Number 9. I'm going to kind of cruise now. You guys get the idea there?
Yeah.
Can I cruise?
We can just start the whole way.
Here's x equals 3.
Yep.
Okay. Here's y equals -2. And again, remember the check is always like, the check I use is that true everywhere? Y equals 4. I can draw real straight lines today.
Well, isn't there like
X equals negative.
Have you seen my lines on the real formative?
There it is. There's all my lines, horizontal and vertical lines. So we got to talk about one more thing, as you can see from your notes.
Have you seen my lines on
And I'm going to take you through like what my brain does to go through these, okay? You're going to get a look inside my head, okay? So here's how I would process number 13 on your notes. It says, what is the slope of the line y equals 4? Now first my head's going to do something weird like pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows or something. And then in my head I say, focus up, man. And then I say, okay, y equals 4. Is it horizontal or vertical?
horizontal?
So I'm thinking, so horizontal, then my head goes, okay, slope dude's on a horizontal thing. What's he saying? 0. Okay, 0 fun. So I'm like, okay. Slope has to be 0. Do you see kind of like that thought process versus trying to memorize something? Okay. So next I'm like, oh, some random stuff in the head. Okay.
Tell us what that random stuff is.
It's raining taco sign. Anyway, what's the slope of this line? Well, so here's my prompt. Okay, back on track, Mr. Mac. X equals -2. What kind of line am I rocking there? Vertical. Slope, dude. Undefined. Okay, so
Hey, I started. Why did they yell undefined? Like the other ones made
it's a curse word math, supposedly, according to Slope
Yeah, but I
Dude.
started yelling undefined.
Is Slope Dude PG then, you think? I don't know. Okay, I also don't know how Cobra Kai is only TV 14 or whatever. But anyway, what is the slope of this line?
What do you think it should be?
X equals 0. Vertical, undefined.
Guys, stop swearing.
It's not TV. It's a math. It's math.
Oh yeah, I was inspired. So, which axis is y equals -1 parallel to? What are you guys thinking? How do we know x-axis there? It's a horizontal line. It's a horizontal line. So the x equals 4, which is a vertical line, must be parallel to?
Because X is 0 fun.
Okay. Yeah, y equals -1, Tanyan, is this graph right here.
Not perpendicular.
Y equals -1 is that little graph that I just drew.
After this is circle.
It's parallel to the x-axis. It'll never intersect the x-axis because it's horizontal.
Mr. McKenzie, what if it's 0?
Y equals -1.
Then it wouldn't be parallel.
It wouldn't be parallel. It would like coincide. It'd be the
Why
same.
are the other ones not x-axis and y-axis?
Because that's not the question that was being asked. Okay, let's check out 18. So, Camille, help me out with the graph for y equals 3. What would that graph look like? Horizontal, yep. So y equals 3 would be like right here. It's got 0 slope. And then I'm going to have Lauren help me with this one. Y equals 3x. What's the point I know that goes through?
It starts at the origin.
What's the y-intercept? 0. So it starts here, and what's my slope? 3. Up 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right 1. So this line, like they picked these out because y equals 3 and y equals 3x look kind of similar, right? What about the graphs though?
Different.
Not similar. One has a slope of 0. One has a slope of 3. One goes through the origin.
One doesn't.
One doesn't at all, right?
One's almost wait.
It's not almost vertical.
I was gonna say one's
But-
Let's start the homework.
Cool.
One
That's the notes, friends.
Alright, let's do the homework.